Welcome everyone to Podcast Go episode 7. I'm one of your co-hosts, Adnan Riaz. I'm joined by my co-host, Chris Cortes.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, dude. I'm actually very happy we were able to record this, man, because I Adnan knows all about losing one's voice because he has lost his voice before. This is the second time this year I lost my voice, actually. So for a whole week, my and like Adnan's like because we missed last week because I was sick, and I continued to be sick throughout the week, and I was telling Adnan, dude, I hope I can do it. And he's like, I got some really good ideas for this episode. I'm like, dude, I hope I can do it. And thankfully, I am here drinking some nice warm tea, and I think I can do this, guys. So if I sound weird, that's your pre-warning.
I know it's been a pretty hectic week as well with E3. We couldn't really
Oh
miss out an
yeah,
episode.
yeah, man. I really yeah. It was and it was a fun E3. Well, it was a good E3. I liked it. There's some good stuff in there. We'll talk about that on the show. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Indeed, you are. So, right, we'll go into our first topic. Interesting news. I didn't expect this to be on the stage conference, and I think they didn't really sell it that well in terms of the presentation because it was a little bit confusing.
hmm
But we had a Life is Strange game appear
Yeah.
on Microsoft's E3 press conference in a trailer form. Prior to this, we had details leaked about this. If you remember reading about it, some character designs and concept art was released. But this actually confirmed that a Life is Strange game is in the works. So, Chris, what was your initial thought just seeing that trailer?
Oh man. Okay, so initial thoughts before I knew the details, I was so excited. Cuz I'm like this is what Life is Strange 2 is? It's a prequel and there's reports prior to that it was going to be Rachel and Chloe. There's like leaks and stuff and this trailer confirmed that. And I'm like, "Oh wow, like Chloe, man, we're gonna play as Chloe before the events of Life is Strange. This is so cool, and all those references that they made and in the first game, like her relationship with oh god, I forgot his name. The guy who lives in the trailer. What was his name? Uh,
Oh,
the drug
yeah, I
dealer
know who you
guy.
mean though.
Well, yeah, that guy with the dog. Like, I'm like, oh, we're gonna get to know about him, and we're gonna get to know about that, and I'm like, and Ashley Birch will surely come back because I love Ashley Birch, and we get a whole game with her. Oh, this is gonna be great. So that was my initial thoughts. But then we got more details, and it kind of, I'm still excited about it, but it's not. I'm not as excited as when I first saw it at the Microsoft E3 press conference.
Yeah, excuse my pun, but it was strange just seeing the entire announcement. I just didn't think they sold it that well. I'm very excited for Life is Strange Before the Storm.
hmm
I think it's quite a cool idea that they're doing with it. Very Telltale as well, mini series in between the
Yeah,
next game. I didn't think they were going on that route, but clearly they are. Um, and then yeah, I think when we realized the details came out, Don't Nod Entertainment is not developing this game. Deck Nine Studios is,
yeah,
and um, Don't Nod are focusing on a second Life is Strange game. So there are two Life is Strange games in the works.
yeah,
And then we also found out that Ashley Birch will not be voicing Chloe. She'll be a
yeah,
consulting writer on the game. She's a consulting writer, and I think one of the reasons she's not voicing it in this game, and reasonably so as well, is because of the voice actors union strike that's been going on in the
yeah.
industry
The
now
SAG,
for
yeah.
for over a year now. Is it? Exactly.
It's been going on
Must
for
have
a
been going for a while.
while. Yeah, dude. It's
Yeah.
October 21st, 2016 is when the strike started. It's
Yeah.
the video game voice actor strike from the Screen Actor Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, or the SAG-AFTRA.
No, but like, yeah. Apart from that, I think I was very, very happy to see it.
Yeah.
Very close release date as well in August. Did not expect it to come out that fast. Um, and with the actual kind of thing, I think it's a good kind of filler because I think Life is Strange fans have been looking for something since the game finished in 2015. Just like some kind of more content. So it's a little bit of feeder content. Obviously, we kind of know certain parts of the plot. I think with Ashley Birch not necessarily voicing Chloe, seeing her write the character will be very interesting as well. In the sense that this is when we meet Chloe in the first game and, she's got that punk gothic kind of like, rebellious kind of spirit against her, and then Max is a little bit like, she's like, how did you change this much? And we
Yeah.
saw like glimmers of that in the first game, where it's like the innocent Chloe, as I can put it in like quotation marks, that normal girl who was like just like flavorful and wanted, like, her life was like, her entire life was ahead of her,
Yeah.
but obviously changed. Now we'll see something that happens like really changes it. Obviously we know like the main stuff about Rachel and everything else, but it'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see what Ashley Birch does for that character in her new role in that game.
Yeah, I'm interested because so they say here Rihanna DeVries is voicing Chloe in the game. And Ashley Birch is there as a consultant, which is nice. And dude, I'm curious to hear how she's gonna voice act because this game is 3 years before the original. So Chloe is 16 as opposed to 19. So I'm like, okay, I could buy that. You're going through puberty around that time. It's possible that your voice could change slightly in 3 years. I just want to see how they're gonna, because if it's something really off, if it's like, like like she has a Jamaican accent or something, I'm just kidding, but like, something that's very off from Birch's
Yeah.
performance, because I think whoever, this Rihanna DeVries, I think she really needs to try to match it to what Ashley did as much as she can while making it her own thing. And that's
Are
a tough
we
thing to do.
are we talking like Troy Baker with the Joker from
Yeah,
Arkham?
like I buy that. Like Troy Baker's younger Joker in Arkham Origins was great. I bought that. Same thing with God, I forgot the actor's name right now, but who played Batman in that film, who also did Ezio Auditore in Assassin's Creed. He did a great job too. He
Is it Kevin Owen Smith? No, Roger Craig Smith.
right, yeah,
Smith?
thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
Roger Craig Smith. He did
close.
a
Kevin Owen Smith. Roger
he
Roger
did
Craig Smith.
he did great as like, that's dude, actually that's a perfect example. I think they need to do that in this game with how they did in the Arkham games, because that was a perfect lead up to, like, it matched. You're like, yeah, I could buy that's a younger voice. The essence is still
Yeah,
there. I'm also kind of worried about, this game will not include time travel. That's interesting. Because
I
that's
know.
such
Well,
a
especially when it's a.
big thing, in the
Sorry, go
first
on.
game.
Yeah,
So
go
it's
on. No,
like,
sorry. I was chiming in there. I was like, he's already gonna say what I'm gonna say.
oh shit, I'm
Um,
sorry, dude.
no, perfectly in your right. No, I think like you got the nail on the head there. Like it
Yeah,
was such a big mechanic. It was
yeah,
something that when I was in the industry praising like non-stop, 'cause I was like, this is such a cool mechanic to put into a game because it changed the choice scenario because you could
yeah,
rewind the same situation 15 times and it's still difficult to make the final decision.
yeah,
Um, but I think it will, at the same time as well, you do have to change the wheel a little bit to bring out something new. So it will be different. I think it'll be a full-on character piece surrounding Chloe.
yeah,
The mystique behind Rachel will be very interesting as well because we don't really know much about her except for
yeah.
what we hear in the main game.
She's
So it kind
she's
of,
the most interesting character, I think, in this game, aside from Chloe's origin, so to say. Because you're right, they could do anything they want with her. I mean, obviously, ultimately, we know her fate, but we've never heard her talk, so we know nothing about Rachel at all, except what other
yeah.
people said about her.
See, this is what I think about the first game, though. It's great in the sense that I think I must have talked to you about this before. Is like the fact that it had an expanded universe, and you could tell there was always like ways to open up and tell new stories with it. And I
Hmm.
think they have kind of gone for a logical point where they want a 3 episode miniseries coming out this year, and they're going to focus on those little things because obviously there must be something bigger in mind if you're using Chloe as the main character essentially in this as well, because maybe she is part of Life is Strange too. Who knows what kind of scenario they're going to go with. I don't think maybe we might not see Hannah Tell, who plays Max in this game. I
Well,
think they might kind of like,
it's I don't know, it's weird because they did say, and this kind of upset me a little bit. Apparently, there's a deluxe edition of this game, and it costs $5 more than the regular season pass. Yeah, and it's going to include a
and
bonus chapter that's called Farewell that features Max Caulfield of the original game as a playable character.
I
Um,
remember, yeah, I
yeah,
do remember.
so maybe she'll come back for that. I mean, because it's supposed to be, I guess, when she's leaving. How old was she when she left Chloe in
She
the lore?
leaves. I think she leaves Arcadia Bay. She's 18 in the game in the first game, and then she
Yeah.
leaves 5 years before that.
Oh fuck! So she 5 years before, so she'd be 13. Oh, so she's the age she
Yeah,
was in that flashback where Chloe's father dies, where you
yeah,
play as her briefly. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, all right. I mean that she did voice that. I think they like digitally manipulated her voice. But then again, the strike, man. She might not be
Yeah,
able to
I
do
don't know
it.
if Hannah Tell's part of that union. She is
Yeah.
very. She has only, I think, like she's played Murder Sole Suspect and she's done Life is Strange, maybe another one or two games, but
Yeah.
I'm not too sure how involved she is with that strike. It'll be very interesting to see where the gaming industry goes with that strike. I think that's an entire topic for itself we can
Yeah.
discuss. But um, with the actual game itself, I'm very excited for it. I think it's interesting. It's a new take. It's something that they're obviously developing with. Life is Strange was a massive success for Don't Nod Entertainment and Square Enix. I don't think they had any kind of like belief in it. I think that game changed quite a bit as well in the early development as well. It took a while for it to resurface, and then they sold it really well. But we'll see what happens with this. I'm very excited though.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. It was, I said it already. My initial thought was, ooh, and then after I got some details, I was like, oh. But I'm still interested in it. I think this is a really cool character piece kind of story. It's 3 episodes. It's going to be very centric on Chloe, and it's a cool thing to hold us off, until we get the proper successor from the original developers. So yeah, I mean, this is something I told you I would like to pick up somewhere down the line. Like maybe as a when it's all out, and they discount it or something like that. But I'm very intrigued with this. I like Chloe's my favorite character in the first game.
Yeah.
There's just and she looks so cool. She has such a cool look, and I feel like this is gonna be like like if the prequel trilogy is how we got to see Anakin get into that awesome suit, this is gonna be how we get to see Chloe get into that awesome, blue-haired punk rock look. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.